Welcome to GB Camper Conversion's latest video tour of Citroen Berlingo. This is the Mark II, I believe. I think it used to have a boot jump in there, but we've been asked to re-kit it out with what we do. Let's have a look. So, like most of our conversions, this is based on our L-shaped seating version. As you can see, it's got the L-shaped seating, the traditional style that we like to keep to, just because you can get a nice wide bed and a decent length in it as well. We do use a 75mm thick foams. They're covered in Dacron and stockinette, and then you can choose your upholstery colour as well. But the Dacron seems to plump the cushion up a little bit more, and obviously when you get back off it, it just springs back up again. But it's nice and comfortable to sit on, nice and comfortable to sleep on. So the point of this particular video, although like I say, this is our traditional layout that we do with the L-shaped seating, was to point out the unit that we have put in this one with the specific requirements of what the customers asked for. So the specific requirements for this particular storage unit was to have the electrical induction hob built into the worktop, to have the stainless steel sink, and this one's a little bit larger than the regular one that we fit. So the normal one we fit is 320 by 260, this one's 355 by 260, so only slightly wider or longer, whichever way you fit it, but still a good depth as well, so you can get plenty of stuff in there. That's our little top that we make, just matches the worktop. And then the other thing was, so the customer had this cool box. Now they wanted just free access to it like this, so with a permanently open face to the cupboard, so it can be brought in and out, but just somewhere to store it, one when they're traveling and two while they're out camping. So it does literally just pull out. You can then use it, get in there, get whatever you want out of it. Now obviously without that in there, that's a free storage compartment altogether, although it's got no door on. But at the back we've put, now I don't know if you can quite see, but there is the cigarette lighter socket there, and then we put a USB socket in as well, in case they want to just put something else in there if they don't decide to take the cool box. But it just literally slides back in. They might want to put something in there, I don't know, maybe pop a cushion in at the side just to push it up against the one wall so it doesn't slide around whilst they're driving. But it's certainly very usable when you're on your campsite. So that was the point of this video in particular, was to just show again that normally we pop the sink at this end, but because of this opening here, as you can see, if we'd have had the opening here, because this bench seat slightly encroaches onto the width of this unit, we wouldn't have been able to get this opening. Well, we'd have been able to get it here, but with the tiniest bit of space that was left here, we wouldn't have been able to get the two water containers and the the sink in this small part that was going to be left. So they wanted to keep the front part of the vehicle free so that they could get access in through the side loading door. And then on this side, I'll show you, that's where the water containers now live for the sink. So like I say, this is the door now for where the water containers live. It's normally up the other end of the unit, but it's quite all right here. It works just as well. Obviously we have the sink this side, and again, whilst you're sitting in the vehicle, you can still use everything. It's absolutely fine. So that's on a push button. You get your two water containers. They fit in there nice and snug. There's a bit of room for a few other bits and bobs, but they're not rolling around all over the place, even if they've got water in. And like I say, we were asked to leave this part free so they could gain entrance in through that side loading door. I know, okay, you've got to maneuver over the seat, but even if you want to just come in and sit on this seat to use the sink, then it's absolutely fine. Otherwise, your main point of access is through the back door, which again, we put the push button on the back door so you can get out whilst you're in. And then the customers had 2 of the window storage boxes. So like all our conversions, you get the choice of many different colours to use for your cabinet, for your worktop, your upholstery. Now we use 15mm furniture board, and like I say, there's that many different colours to choose from. This customer has chosen the gloss baroque oak, which we've not used before, but it is a laminate, so it's very hard wearing, scratch and dent resistant, and it looks quite nice actually. It gives us a really nice shine. And then the matte black worktop with the sink cover and the dining table to suit. So it all looks quite nice in here. Like I say, it's the customer's choice. Whatever they pick, we'll fit it, we'll supply the materials to their own taste. So the dining table that we give you in all our conversions, we pop a rail on the window storage box. And like this one, again, it was an option for them to have an extra rail so that they can have the table just outside the back door as well. So you can pop your little deck chair out there, you can sit, get yourself a brew, glass of wine, read a book, or just sit there and enjoy a bit of camping, and why not? So again, it's a standard L-shaped conversion that we do. The standard furniture boards, if you like, but this is just showing you, you know, our versatility on the customer has asked for it to be slightly different with their own unique touches to it, and this is the design that we've come up with, and it works absolutely fine. They've had mains electric and 12-volt electric, so you get your sockets which are just nicely sort of hidden away there, if you like. You've got your lights in the ceiling. We've got your USB socket, your cigarette lighter socket, your 240 socket. Now the power for the electric hob, there is a socket that is actually underneath inside the cupboard as well. So if they wanted to, again, they don't want to use the cool box for a particular journey, they can always plug in another 240 appliance inside that cupboard as well. Again, this customer's opted for the partition curtains that we've been fitting quite often. So a set across the back door, a set to partition off the cab area to your habitation area. These 2 window storage boxes cover up these 2 windows, so it's just a case of they just need a couple of blinds for the side loading doors, passenger and driver's side. So this is all good to go, and it will be being collected very, very shortly. It's going to make a lovely Christmas present for the customer, and I'm sure they'll give us some great feedback as always. This is GB Camper Conversions, based in Tamworth in Staffordshire. We've got a website, gbcamperconversions.com. You can go on there, have a look at the things we do, and if you like what you're seeing, drop a thumbs up on the video for us. It does help the channel massively. Thanks for all your support. Have a great new year, and we'll see you in the next video.